Chkdsk cannot run because the volume is in use by another process. Hi everyone, Leo Notenboom here for askleo.com. Askleo is supported in part by its patrons. If you're interested in getting access to exclusive content and an ad-free experience whenever you visit askleo.com, visit askleo.com/patron for more information. So, Chkdsk cannot run because the volume is in use by another process is a very confusing message that people often get when they try to run Chkdsk. Let me show you real quick exactly what it looks like and what happens. So here we are in the Windows 10 home machine. I'm going to run an administrative command prompt, or PowerShell in this case, it doesn't really matter. And what we're going to do is run chkdsk/f. If you run it without the /f or the /r, it's not going to try and make any changes to the disk, so it's not going to need what it needs to make changes. Now I'm saying chkdsk/f. Chkdsk cannot run because the volume is in use by another process. So the other process that is using this disk, remember this is drive C, the other process that's using the disk is Windows itself. So you've got kind of a chicken and egg problem, right? You can't run Chkdsk because Windows is running, but you have to run Windows in order to get to this part where Chkdsk can run. That's why it's asking if you'd like to schedule this to be run the next time you reboot. If you say no, it's as if nothing happened. In fact, I'm going to say no right now because I also want to show you what it looks like when Chkdsk runs on a volume that isn't in use. So we have another drive on this system. If we take a look, you can see that I've got this drive H here, which is some kind of an old installation disk or something that I had. It's a USB drive that I've plugged into this machine. So if instead I say chkdsk/fh, everything runs properly. That's because nothing else was trying to use that drive at the same time as I was. If I try and run chkdsk/f, which by default now is going to run on the C drive, it'll say it can't. Would we like to do it on the next restart? I'm going to say yes. By saying yes, it basically has put instructions into the startup sequence for Windows that says, next time you start up, run Chkdsk. Let's see what that looks like. I'm going to go ahead and shut down or sign out. Nope, I'm going to restart. So now Windows is restarting, and it should, in just a moment, tell us that it's running Chkdsk. To skip disk checking, all that really means is we've changed our mind. We don't want to run Chkdsk. We have an opportunity to prevent Chkdsk from running right now. I'm going to let it run. The point is, of course, that Chkdsk can take a while. Chkdsk can take, depending on your machine, quite a bit of time, depending on the speed of the disk, how big the disk is, and more. In this case, since I've got a fairly small disk, and this is a virtual machine on a much faster machine, it actually shouldn't take that long. But you can see now that Chkdsk is running, and Windows hasn't started up yet. Once it's done scanning the drive, it reboots yet again, but this time it reboots directly into Windows. And there we are. We have successfully run Chkdsk. To see the results of what Chkdsk just did, it is possible. I've got a different article on that. It's called How Do I See the Results of a Chkdsk That Ran on Boot? It's askleo.com/4534. That will walk you step by step through finding the Chkdsk output of a Chkdsk that ran while you were booting. For more information, for updated links, for related links like that one, for comments and more, visit askleo.com/4507. I'm Leo Notenboom. This is askleo.com. Thanks for watching.